Hi students, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in this lecture I am going to talking about response header field. Previously video we have discussed about requesting, and now we are discuss about response header field. So let's start our video. A response header field provide additional information related to the response that can be placed in the status line. The following fields are defined in HTTP 1.1. So first is location. Define the exact location of the resource identifier by the request URL. Proxy authentication include with a response that has a status code of proxy authentication. Require this field to contain a challenge that indicate the authentication scheme and parameter request. Public list the non-standard methods supported by the server. Retrieve after included with a response that has a status code of a server unavailable and authenticates how long the server service is expected to be unavailable. Server identify the software product used by the origin server to handle the request. www authenticate include with a response that has a status code of unauthorized. This field contain a challenge that indicate the authentication scheme and parameter request. So entity header field is so friends, I want to merge entity header field, and we also will discuss entity header field in this lecture. So entire header field provide operation information about the entity body, or if nobody is present about the resources identifier by the request. The following fields are defined in HTTP. Allow content encoding content language. List method support by the resources identifier in the request URL. This field must be included with a response that has a status code of method not allow, and may be included in the or other response. Content encoding. So content encoding indicate with the content encoding has been applied to the resource. This the only encoding current defined is zip compressed content languages. Identify the natural language of the intended audience of the enclosed identity. Content length, the size of entity body is octet. Content MD5 for future study. MD5 refer to the MD5 hash code function described in chapter 21. Content range for further study. The intent is that this will indicate a portion of the identified resources that is included in the response. Content type indicate the media type of the entity body. Content various tag associated with an involving entity. And derived from indicate the version tag of the resources from which this entity was derived before modification were made by the sender. This field and the content various field can be used to manage multiple update by a group of users. Expires a date, a time after which the entity should be considered stale. Last modified date, time that the sender believes the resources was last modified. So link, a title, transfer encoding, URL header, and extension headers. So links define links to other resources. Title, a textual title for the entity. Transfer encoding indicate what type of formation has been applied to the body, to the message, to the transfer it safely. So that's all, and I'm going to end my this lecture. Goodbye. Take